No, no. Dang, nabbit. Now I gotta get us back on.
Mix master. Ice.
It's the Keep It Moving show. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on the planet. You could be anywhere, but you're here with me. So I thank you very much. It's the Keep It Moving show. So wherever you're logged on to, I appreciate you. Wherever you're logged on from, I appreciate you logging on with us this morning. Well, it's morning here on the East Coast of these United States. So let's just say what up to everybody and keep it moving. First of all, I want to shout out to everybody in Orlando, Florida that's dealing with
Push the computer. It's locking out. Push the computer this way, please.
It's these cords.
No, it's not. I'm sorry. Go ahead, keep going.
Okay.
I'll take care of it.
So I want to thank everybody I'm sorry. Let me take this back and anyway, the Keep It Moving show, and I want to shout out to everybody in Orlando, Florida. There seems to be another mass shooting down there in an industrial area. So far there were a couple fatalities. Hopefully that's all. I mean, that's too many, but I want to make sure we send everybody their condolences and our prayers for what's happening down there. And also in London, England was hit with another terrorist attack over the weekend. So London and UK, I hope you guys are okay over there as much as you can be okay during a terrorist attack. But on the London Bridge Saturday night, somebody drove a van into the London Bridge, and then 3 of them got out and they started stabbing people, and and this is gonna sound really like silly, but sometimes when I heard of London Bridge, the first thing I thought about was the fairy tale, like London Bridge is falling down. And I wonder, not trying to be in the mind of ISIS or whomever did the act, but I wonder if that's what they thought about too. I mean, it's kind of silly, but at the same time, you look at, they're obviously looking at these landscapes and deciding what to attack or not. But so far, there are 7 people in London were killed and about 50 were injured. And the same thing in UK a couple weeks prior, 22 people were killed and 59 people were injured. So unfortunately, we're going to have to do something to keep our eyes, ears open about these terrorists. If you see something, say something, no matter how small, because you never know, you might have diverted terrorist attack, right? So in the studio with me today, I want to introduce you to him. It is one of my, I've said this several times on the Keep It Moving show. One of my longtime friends from Stamford, Connecticut. His name is Kenny Bryant, and thank you so much for coming on my show. I've been wanting to have a laugh track and a clap track and stuff like that, but so far
we'll make it up.
Okay, thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Kenny and I know each other from kids. I mean, I think I might have been in beginning of middle school and he was at the end of middle school, and he graduated high school as I may have been a sophomore and stuff, so I don't think he really got to see me cut up. But not Kenny. Kenny decided to find out who he is, and he left Connecticut and did some things for himself. And we come back, I want to talk to Ken about his transitioning from young man to grown man, and we talk about that on the Keep It Moving show on our Buy Black the Block situation, how we can get our men to be more responsible. And I'm glad that you're on the show, because this is a part of responsibility.
Sure is.
So when we come back, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you guys Oh, well, no, when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about current events, and hopefully Ken is down with current events and we can talk a little bit about that. What I'm going to do now, our soundtrack of the day is UTFO. When we get back, we'll pay a little tribute to the educated rapper who lost his life over the weekend with his battle of cancer. 54 years young, and unfortunately for him, he is no longer with us. But in spirit, he is. So peace to the educated rapper. We're going to keep going with the UTFO as our soundtrack of the day. We come back, it's the KIM, and it's the KEN.
Keep it moving.
And we're keeping it moving. It's the Keep It Moving show. What is this song? I think I listen to Fairy Tale Lover.
Absolutely. It's one of their songs. As long as it's one of their songs, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sherry, sorry about that. We cut you off, but yeah, I hear you guys, see you guys were partying in Atlanta this weekend. So I saw your little pictures and you guys look fab. Hope you had a great time. We got to get our viewers up. I kept cutting them off, so they'll be back on.
All right. So Gail as well.
Yeah, she's fabulous. She's great. She's all over the place running marathons and half marathons.
Gail?
Yeah.
Okay.
She is traveling doing that. Her daughter is entering her sophomore year. Just finished her freshman year of college.
Okay.
She's CPA. Yeah, she's doing really well. She's been married for like 20-something years.
That's cool. So she didn't marry Brinkley,
yeah? No. No. So she's doing well. My younger sister as well, too.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Gail. Yeah, that's right. You have two Gails. That's right.
Yeah. Gail and Gina.
Well, I never met Gina.
Yeah, she was much younger.
Okay.
Yeah, she grew up with maybe Riley Martin, and all of them that age.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Tracy, okay.
What's
Kenny
up,
said,
Tracy?
"Where's your sister Gail?"
How you doing? How you doing, sweetheart?
She's still streaming live, so if you don't want somebody to hear something, don't say it.
I got it.
We Roland met Tracy as well. Tracy was here.
Okay.
Yeah, Tracy was here. She brought her a friend of hers who does music production and produces shows, stage manager for shows and stuff like that.
Okay.
So they came here and were on the show as well.
Nice.
Yeah, me and
I haven't
Tracy.
seen Tracy in 30 years.
Yeah.
I
hadn't seen
never
her
seen her.
either.
Because I dip in and dip out. Like they had the Yearwood, the South
Yeah,
End
yeah,
party.
yeah.
I went to that. I went to the
Nice.
Yearwood party. I saw a lot of people, but I saw Lisa
See,
James.
I missed that stuff. Yeah, Lisa
James.
Okay.
Some of the Spanish.
I see everybody on Facebook,
Right.
Because I don't hardly go back to Connecticut. Well, I haven't in the last probably 5 years or so.
Okay. So
You know,
Jersey's like an hour right over the tap, so I pop in.
you come from that way.
Correct.
They're on Harper,
he's in Jersey.
Yeah.
Let me see. I don't see him a lot, but every now and then we bump into
Yeah,
him.
we hung out a couple years ago. I was up in New Jersey. We hung out at some party he ended up being at.
Okay.
So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, he's good people.
Yeah,
he did well for himself.
Yep, he did.
Mhm.
Oh, you know what? It's the Keep It Moving show, and when I cut you, you're cut. Because goodness gracious, shout out to UTFO, but that was a terrible song. And it was called Fairy Tale Love for everybody that didn't get a chance to listen to that song. But anyway, unfortunately, the legendary 80s hip-hop group, UTFO, lost a member, the educated rapper. His government, which we call it, his government was Jeffrey somebody. Oh, that's not nice, Kim. Jeffrey Campbell, and I'm really sorry about that. Jeffrey Campbell was his name, and he went by the stage name of Educated Rapper. And that was, what's up, because a lot of people at that time in hip-hop really wasn't glorifying education or glorifying being smart. And in this group, they had two gentlemen. One was the educated rapper and one was Dr. Ice. So he, in a sense, glorified being glorify education as well, because he spoke about what different type of doctors there were. But the educated rapper was a graduate of college. I think he was originally from England himself. So they joined up. It was Kango Kid, the educated rapper, Dr. Ice, and I think their DJ was called Mixed Master Ice or something like that. And they became famous for beginning the Roxanne trilogies, yeah, because everybody was doing Roxanne and then, all kinds of stuff. But so this young man was diagnosed with cancer. I don't know when, because there wasn't much information about him when I looked it up. And but unfortunately, when people knew about it, it was Friday night, and Saturday night he passed. So my condolences to you TFO members, to the educated rapper's family, and to all the fans and friends that love this guy. Real quick, little story, and you guys know I always have a story, right? Like my sister Regina's like the best dancer. Like Regina is better than J-Lo and all of that stuff. Yeah. So myself, Regina, and one of my besties, Raquel McCrae. So we were in a video with UTFO. They did a video at the Palace Theater in Sanford, and with Lisa and Colt Jam. And I don't remember the name of the song, which is crazy. Why wouldn't I remember it? But we got to meet UTFO and Lisa and Colt Jam, of course, because we were in the video, and they were all really nice guys. And as a matter of fact, Dr. Ice and I stayed on and off friends, and after that. So that was pretty cool. So it kind of, touched a little bit, yeah. So again, if my sister Regina can remember what the video and the song's name was, let me know, and I'll try to pull it up and see if we can find ourselves in the video.
Nice.
In the studio with us today, we have an old friend of mine, Kenny Bryant from Custer Street.
Yes.
Should I call you Kenny Bryant from Custer Street?
You call me Kenny Bryant. They'll call me Kenny Bryant Johnson.
Oh, Kenny Bryant.
Because everybody knew me by Kenny J.
Okay, you're right. I knew you as Kenny J, but then I knew you as Kenny, and then okay. We're gonna keep it moving. It's the Keep It Moving show. Me and Kenny are in the studio today. He is a guest host of mine. We have something important to talk to you about a little bit later. We're going to talk on current events just a little bit, and then we're going to talk about something that is near and dear to Kenny's heart. It tries to manifest itself in my life. And but when we're talking about being black on the block, we have to implement this. This is like the number one, and that's financial literacy. If you know, or if you don't know, you want to stay tuned to this show, because we're going to go from financial literacy for dummies to financial literacy for the freshmen and the sophomore, and we're going to keep it moving so that maybe we can figure out where we are on that chain. And if you guys want to call into the studio, please 240-455-5934. If you have any questions at all about your finances, how to what do you do now, back and forth. So let's figure it out. And hey Ken, did you know our dude Bill Cosby is going on trial? I think it's today. Starts the trial today.
Yes, I did.
Did you have any sort of comments about it? Do you know 60 women, about 60 women has accused this man. Now,
well, my wife actually worked on the Cosby Show with Bill Cosby.
Okay.
So my wife, is a singer, and she sang with.
Can you tell everybody what her name is again?
Yeah, my wife's name is Wincy Terry Bryant, and she sang the hook on Morning Loves. It's a shame. I can't sing, but we all know that song.
Yes.
It was one of the songs that came out. When
hey, Wincy, good morning.
And she sang with Sting and Herbie Hancock, and is really a fabulous vocalist. In her own right.
All right.
But she worked with Bill, and
so we needed to bring her.
Well, you can have her another time. This is my time.
Okay.
Right now. I won't be here stealing up thunder.
Is there competition?
Not at all. Not at all. We love each other deeply, and there is no competition.
No doubt.
She said, I asked her about Bill, if he had ever made done anything inappropriate
to her,
made any statements or anything like that. She said absolutely not. It is kind of hard to, justify 60 people making the same claim against you. So we'll just have to let justice play out, and we'll see what happens.
Well, fortunately for him, this isn't about the 60 women. It's about one woman, and he's being charged with aggravated indecent assault.
Okay.
I don't really know what that consists of. I would think it would indecent assault. I would think that would have to do with removing clothes and stuff like that. And assault is even if I feel threatened.
Right. Nowadays,
that isn't the definition of assault. So. I know when I tried to put my name in for the 61st women, they didn't want to hear what I had to say. I was like, hey, I'm trying to get in too. Not really, because I like Bill Cosby. But anyway, fortunately, your wife didn't go through that. I think it may have only been maybe a total of 3 black women that was involved in saying he did something to them as well. But I hope the man gets a fair trial.
Right.
I didn't know he was blind until this trial.
Is he? I thought he's partially. Is he fully blind or partially blind?
I'm not really sure, but what I was thinking about, I don't even think I ever saw him walk with a cane until, but. Hopefully he comes out unscathed. If he did not do this, if he did this, unfortunately, he's going to have to pay for it.
Absolutely.
Everybody that has a sexual assault rap behind them, really just take a look at their part in this. So we're going to keep it moving now. LeBron, Bill Maher, Kathy Griffin. It's so many racial stuff going on lately. Roland, normally you're in here talking about this with us, but LeBron's house got spray painted, the word nigger on his house. Bill Maher on his show, and I watch Bill Maher every week. I like his show. I don't have a problem with it. And sometimes, unfortunately, Bill says some things that maybe crossing the line.
Right.
But like Kathy Griffin, these people we know cross the line. They cross the line all the time. So did you have a problem with Bill Maher saying that he was the house nigga? And to put it in context, I don't know if you guys saw it, but what ended up happening was there was somebody on there, he was speaking one-on-one interview, and he asked Bill Maher if he would like to join them, work for them, and Bill Maher said, no, not in the field. Not in the field. He said, I'm a house nigga. And the audience, only a couple of them laughed, and the person that he was talking to, he was kind of taken aback that he said that.
Right.
And then Bill automatically, oh, it was a joke, y'all. And that's what he does.
Right.
At all, he will, it's a joke, y'all. What are you doing? And me, like I said, I got it because I watched Bill Maher and I watched him cross the line many times. But a lot of people that don't watch him or only watch 60-second clips of what's happening, they were outraged and now they're calling for his head. What did you think about Bill Maher and his comment?
We might have that clip.
We might have the clip?
Play.
Okay.
It's 5 minutes long, so I'm not sure at what point it goes in. So what I'll do is listen out for it. But on this end, first of all, it's an honor to be on the show with you, Ken.
Thank you.
All right.
Honored to be here.
And I hope you like the accoutrements of our studio.
I sure do.
And when we built it, we thought of people like you in mind who would come through and hopefully make it comfortable, and for the Kims of the world to be able to do their thing. In terms of, I think the first thing that happens is, it's right. Okay, Kim, I think I got it because they've actually ran a clip on Charlamagne and Clyde's show.
Okay.
So whenever you want to boot it up, whenever you want to turn the volume up, you can hear it.
Okay. You know what? Right now, ladies and gentlemen, let's just hear a piece of the clip and the content of how Bill Maher said it, and then you judge for yourself.
And this is rough, unedited. So
rough, unedited. Okay.
So folks, just be with me.
goes to Bill Maher. I watch Real Time with Bill Maher every Friday at 10 p.m. on
This is Charlemagne the God from the Breakfast Club on 97 Hot 97 in New York City.
Agree with 100% of the time. I am a God-fearing man. Bill Maher is an atheist, but that doesn't stop his show from being any less entertaining. And on Friday's show, Bill Maher was having a conversation with Republican Senator Ben Sass. And this happened.
We'd love to have you work in the fields with us. Work in the fields? That's part of that. That's Senator. I'm a house nigga. No, it's in the show.
Now that was a clip from of Bill Maher from the Breakfast Club with Charlemagne the God. I gotta get him on my show. I gotta get Charlemagne on my show. But he was just playing a clip of of Bill Maher, and that's basically what we were talking about. I don't care what Charlemagne's comment is because we are talking to our guest now. And so, Ken, what did you think listening to that clip? What did you think?
Well, I didn't like it, and I like Bill Maher.
Okay.
I watch him on HBO as well. But I think, there's a good book that I like to read. It says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Okay.
Okay.
And I think that's in your heart if that can come out.
Yeah.
If it can come out, and it just shows that it doesn't matter what you're doing for people. And because he's done some things, but Bill's also gotten in trouble before too.
Yes.
With some other things that he said.
Yes.
So this is not the first time.
Yeah.
And if we don't come after him, then who's the next person that's going to say, "Well, I didn't mean it. It was an accident." So I think that there should be some kind of reprimand. I think the reprimand should be strong. I'm not sure how he should lose his job, but I think maybe a suspension or something along those lines. Would be appropriate.
Right. I think, Bubba, what say you?
First off, it's very ill-timed, and when you look at